Timmy's checking out the scene. You want to sit down on the couch surfing show, Timmy? Yeah. Dude, right here. Look at, we got Timmy Reyes. We got all the gnarliest guys on this show. What
Hello.
up, Timmy?
How's it going?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, we wrote Brett Simpson, then we wrote Timmy Reyes in, another of the biggest dogs from Huntington Beach, former CT surfer, big wave charger, tube hound. Look at Reese Lewis, loving this. Keep it up. Reese Lewis, New Smyrna Beach, the fish master. Look at, they're tuning in all the way from Florida. So how's the setup? What do you think of this thing?
Dude, it's super cool. Beautiful day, finally. We've had had some rough weather patches here, but
I know, it was raining like 3 hours ago. Now it's bright and sunny.
I know, it looks fun, actually. We're stoked to get some waves today.
Yeah. Were you coming down just to check the scene, check Simpo's little contest thing he's got going here?
Yeah, I heard about it, and then
Garth over there.
Grabbed it.
Boy.
Yeah, Garth's here. Simo's on the pencil on the beach there, and gotta hound him too.
Simpo was just saying that you were a big role model for him coming up because you kind of paved the way and got on the CT before all these guys.
Yeah, it was really cool. My dad was doing these cool little workouts, and Willie Seyfried and Sean Ward and Brett and a bunch of the kids were kind of just cruising here, like after school, and
you guys all
we just kind of all were hanging out, just doing little mock heats and riding the inside shore break or the reform, and I remember when Brett was just like just learning how to surf, and it was like within I don't know 6 months he started ripping throwing tail, so it was pretty cool to watch Brett.
He was giving you big props. Ago.
I don't know. I guess we just stand up on the foam and have fun, right? And
what year did you make the CT? 06. I remember you got second. Timmy you got second in that bar or semi.
Semi, yeah. I ran into Andy and
that's a tough one.
Yeah, we had. I mean, I felt like at any moment you could have.
There's Houshmand.
Anybody could have gotten a 10-point ride during that contest.
Yeah, that must have been one of the greatest events ever. And you made the semis. You got third.
Yeah, and it was. We had a slow heat together. Andy was able to get the only good wave that heat, and rode it obviously Andy style, and got like a 10 or 9 something, and then. And it was over, and he sent me with bags packing. But I watched the rest of the final between him and Taylor, and Andy was just killing it the whole event.
That was sick. I was just a video guy for Wardo, but I was there watching you guys, and that was freaking insane.
Boom.
Oh, Rex Hennings.
Oh, man, that was sick.
So here we got a comment on the surfing. I always forget to do that when I get in these deep conversations with gnarly pro surfers.
But yeah, here we go.
That's insane. You had a couple other good results. I remember Jay Bay. I think he did well.
Jay Bay was always like a favorite, and Cloud Break, and kind
Cloud Break, of course. Timmy likes the big stuff.
Here we go.
Quade Farron. He's Newport Grom. But he surfs Huntington because...
You know what? Today's kind of like a little bit of a mix between like Newport and Huntington, since it's kind of like shore breaky and it has the little wedge going on.
Little shore break wedges.
Yeah, finally some clean conditions, and I think these guys are going to shred today.
What was your Grom routine? Like, were you down here at the pier? What was your spot?
I lived more towards river jetties. So that was more my place I hung out and surfed. And
more towards the jetties?
I would come towards Huntington Pier if the waves were flat, or if it got really windy, you can really surf down in like Newport, like river area.
The pier kind of protects it a little, huh?
Yeah, but you're also battling the current here, it's a lot of paddling, and a lot of actually surfers from Southern California are actually really great paddlers, because we deal with constant current and kind of craziness.
You're a gnarly paddler. I did that bend paddle with you to Catalina, and that seemed like minor for you. That was a piece of cake, huh? Oh, here's Griffin. This guy's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, he surfs good, huh? Boom. Easy money.
Blow tail coming.
I'm going in.
His heat must be over. He was in a heat. So this guy is in the contest. Chloe, Jake Marshall. There's 3 guys that are on the CT that are doing this mock contest thing.
Heck yeah, it's so cool. This is awesome. Stoked to be here to check it out.
We wrangled a big dog, Timmy Reyes, onto the couch. This is our couch surfing show. It's a news show.
This is epic.
And we got inside sources yesterday that all these gnarly pros are going to be down here. So we came down here with our live kit.
Heck
we go
yeah.
live anyway. Look at this guy. He's gnarly.
Oh, who's
Kalohe.
that? Who's that?
Who's that guy? Kalohe and Dino.
Look at
tagged Kalohe, Griff. Oh, you know they want to meet in the final.
His feet are cold right there.
I'm surprised he didn't kick sand at him right there.
The little leash pull.
Little leash pull. Nah. These guys are boys, but they definitely want to beat each other, I'm sure. Who was like your biggest rival growing up? Micah Byrne, who were like
I mean Micah,
Bobby. You had gnarly guys.
Micah, Bobby. I mean, I felt like in that whole crew, I felt like a lot younger than everyone because Bobby was already like a world-class surfer at like 1 year old. So like he was already shredding and could have been probably on the world tour when he was like 12 years old, seriously.
Yeah, well, he had the power as a kid.
And I was able to travel a little bit with Bobby and cruise around a little bit with him. And but yeah, like, man, I swear that era of kids, everyone was gnarly.
Dude,
and,
I know.
I
never made it past the quarterfinals because all you guys were in every contest. I was doomed.
I was just trying to get to my feet compared to some of these guys,
Yeah,
you know?
right,
like, what the
dude.
heck? Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, you, Fred Patachia, Bobby Martinez, Micah Byrne, Nate Yeomans, Mike Losness, all like in the same division.
Yeah.
That was a tough one.
I know we're forgetting so many people.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can't. I mean,
sick.
so many times, like you just lose first round. You're like, what? That was crazy, and that just got smoked. And it just happens. It's part of surfing and surfing contests. And I just remember holy crap! If I'm going to do this, this is going to be really difficult. And was it Anthony Petruso?
Oh, Anthony Petruso. There's so many good guys.
There was some amazing surfers during that time, and a lot of them became very successful.
John Robertson.
And I feel like just Wardo was always there, even though he was like 3 or 4 years older. But like we were always there for like all the local events, and I felt like he was always a kid, like he was just always one of us.
Yeah.
So like he was always there.
He was already such a in all the gnarly surf videos.
Yeah,
but he was only like
all my favorite videos.
A year or two older than us.
Yeah, I mean,
I always thought he was like, well, this guy's like must be older. I'm like, dude, he's only like a year older than me. This is messed up. He can't surf that good, can he?
Yeah, I mean, growing up watching Wardo and like Corey and Andy and all the guys like really in the Lost movies that like really like kind of honestly made me want to surf better because all the movies were so cool. And
I was drinking that Kool-Aid big time for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. But we are here in Huntington. Guys are ripping. The waves look fun, and
that's sick. Local legends like Timmy Reyes come down and check it out. What are you up to lately? I've seen you're doing like some surf tours and
just kind of building some little like little surf camps.
Let's plug it. What's the website? Where do we go?
The website's down right now.
Oh no!
I just saw that the other day. I was like, oh no! But it's actually called Surf Missions, and I basically just set up trips for people that want to improve on surfing and just certain areas and more. It's just more fun more than anything. It's just we're there to have fun, and I'm there to kind of just help out whatever anybody wants to do and
like show them the lineup, technique.
Yeah,
tips.
like just basic ocean safety and info about like the waves and how they're working and kind of help them out and line them up through the day. And some of the guys in our last trips got like some of the best waves of their life. So it was really rewarding to see some of the kids and some of the guys like just get seriously the best waves of their life. And I was like, that's what I'm doing it for. And it's super fun.
That's sick. So like say I wanted to book how do I do it? I book the trip through
right now,
and you take all the guys surfing?
Yeah, like right now it's just either hit my Instagram up, it's Timmy Missions, or Surf Missions.
Surf Missions.
Yeah, and it's just kind of, it's honestly, it's more for fun and just to see what we can do to help you get to like the next level. Groms, the guys my age, even older, like show up and just be like, I want to do this thing. And
you get all the pro tips from Timmy Reyes, former CT surfer.
Yeah.
What about the big wave stuff? You like to get after the big stuff. How did that? Was that something that you were always into, or did you grow into it? Or
it was really a funny thing, like, because it was like started with my dad, and we always went on like little like surf trips to Baja, or went to. He always liked the swell, my dad did, so I was always like, okay, that's a little big for me, and I don't know. I guess I'll try to get out there, and then a lot of times I couldn't get out there, so I'd start riding like bigger boards just to like, get momentum to get out there because I was such a small grom. And
where did you first get a taste of like big stuff? There's Crosby. One turn,
boom,
2 turn, big
heck
old
yeah,
backside snap.
Sick. You know what? We're pretty fortunate here in Huntington that we kind of have some pretty solid surf in and around the area, and between Newport in the summer and here in the winter, we kind of get a lot of big waves, and then we're not far from big wave spots like Todos and I went there as a kid, and
here goes Kalohe.
Really I have a lot to do with
big wrap.
Nice turn right there.
Setting up the inside.
Boom.
Big snap, tail release thing.
For him, that's mellow.
That's nothing for him.
He's just first. That's the first wave.
It's just a little warm up.
But yeah. Oh, here you go.
Jett.
Flying along. Boom.
Oh. How's our sound effects? Boom. Huh. Ah.
I know. We need like the.
You should see the comments on these things about my surfer lingo slang.
I know, isn't it funny? Surfing lingo is so funny, isn't it?
How's this guy's vocal fry such a surf California dude? That's all right. I embrace it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with when we were kids. I actually was fortunate to go to Hawaii as a 12-year-old kid, and got to stay with Ken Bradshaw.
Oh, there you go.
Which was like, that was a different experience.
You have to go out,
and it's kind of led into some other bigger things. And
we're gonna get a replay. Break it down for us, Timmy.
All right, he's just kind of lining it up here. He knows that it starts off a little cornery, but he gets that speed kind of through his. He kind of projected through that carve there, brought him back to the pocket. And he just snaps it right before the closeout there. You can kind of see that he's like really over his board right there. The arms are staying low, kind of keeps him his hips to where like they can move freely.
Yeah.
And that's the thing in like Huntington or somewhere where like the waves could be a little slow and then kind of steep right away. It's like, if your arms are a little high and you get extended, you kind of get away from your surfboard, and he stays really like kind of in his zone and able to kind of twist the hips really good.
There you go. Technique tips from Timmy. And Kalohe's got pretty much perfect technique.
Little inside. He's stalling for maybe a little air right here.
Oh, random. Is that Ronin, Newport Grom? Maybe. I know some of these Groms.
Yeah, so Huntington's kind of like a little tricky spot. Right now today we actually got some little bit of power with the shore break, but
yeah, I thought it was going to be micro today.
I know.
And I was like, whoa,
this is
like
cool.
3 feet and good, or whatever you call this.
Oh, we got the roll in from out the back.
Yeah, we were just talking about Brett, how like Huntington is a difficult. It offers everything. You could be doing a 6-foot closeout smash on the outside.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you're in a flat wave, and then you're on the inside and it's a cuppy little Newport closeout. So like that's all in one wave in Huntington.
Yeah, it's kind of like you need.
Oh, Chloe. Oh,
you need
he slipped. He
was
needs
that
better wax.
I just looked this way. Even the world's best will fall off.
The world's best slips sometimes.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. I was like, oh, he's not wearing booties.
What do you wear? You booties or no booties?
I wear booties. I'm like, I don't like to slip off in the winter. It's kind of like we had this rain and the water's a little silky and it happens. It's kind of like how Santa Cruz is.
I used to be anti-booty, but my feet get so numb now. I love them. I gotta have my booties on. Can't surf when your feet just go club foot.
Yeah, we're too old now.
Yeah, must be the circulation or something. My feet get cold.
But yeah, what was it?
What's your latest trip? What was your last trip? What was your last big Timmy mission?
last trip was in an island in Central America.
Ooh.
And that was I was really fortunate to go there. It was actually a pretty amazing place, and scored for about a month straight, and just got back actually. So
there you go. I knew you're looking tan.
It's a little tropical, or it was really tropical. Now I'm kind of chilly back at home, and I guess the next one is we got to go chase some powder here in the mountains. Because
are you into snowboarding? I guess it's just crazy right now, right?
I was into it a lot more, but I
Timmy, what new clubs did you just pick up? Mark Pesh.
I didn't pick them up yet. I still got the same 10-year-old golf clubs, and I don't have a driver, but I played the other day, and I shot one over. I'm currently playing just the same TaylorMade irons, but all good.
Golf tips. I know nothing about golf, but it looks fun.
Yeah, it's that's like another.
Oh, we missed it. Video guy missed it. Someone just did a 30-foot air. I heard everyone cheer.
Here we go.
Maybe.
Yeah, there's some.
Did you get that, Noah? Would you get bummed when the video guys always miss the best clips? Yeah.
If we catch the right wave today,
do you have like a clip like burned in your brain where the video guy just missed it, like wave of the day, like
yeah.
cloud break or something?
I guess that happens quite often. You know, like there's a lot of stuff going on, especially if there's crazy ocean or other amazing surfers out in the water, and
you got a 30-second barrel at Barra and no one got it.
Well, fortunately, I've been traveling to Barra a long time, and I actually went there so much way before the Barra event, and whenever that was. But yeah, so many days with no clips and stuff. We're like, what do I do?
Oh, how was that inverted something or other?
Sick.
Video guy got that one.
That one was really sick.
That's Houshmand.
Cole.
He's a big boy. He's like 6'2", like.
Big boy,
but he's all
surfing
formed out, yeah.
Surfing light. I've had the chance to see Cole.
Levi Slawson.
Saw Cole surf for the first time, like in person, during the Coldwater Classic, kind of one of the board riders event, and they had like kind of like a pro-am with it, and Cole was shredding, like a lot of people were. Chloe here,
like
hard off the bottom.
Ooh.
That's kind of something that happens to me here a little bit.
The nose poke?
Yeah, he was pushing a little hard, probably going a little slower than he wanted to go, but he made the carve happen.
Look at this, random guy rips.
Look at this. Boom!
Oh, that's not a random guy. He must be a somebody.
Man, this is frothing me out.
Is this fun? Are you getting froth to go out there?
Yeah, for sure. This is cool.
Are you still like, you're so dialed in on all the swells and charts and stuff? Are you still nerding out hard on that?
Of course, yeah. It's like, I guess once you do it, it's just like kind of like a way of life. And even when you are kind of just cruising.
Kade.
Yeah, here we go. He's got a cool style. Boom. That was really cool.
Played the hammer.
That was really
didn't
cool.
ride out, but it was still sick.
Yeah. The guys are shredding. So, yeah, I just always look at the maps for something. And I guess there's just the times of year where I'm a little bit more active with it. And then for home and the spots for in and around here.
Crosby's
going
out. He wants to do a huge air for the show. Oh, into the flats. How do they do that? That was just sick.
The ankles are still new.
I know, yeah. Here goes Jake. They're all doing airs into the flats. This is nuts.
Heck yeah.
Go lay back. I know, I remember one time I drove very far into Mexico chasing something, and then I saw your car, and I instantly just started fist pumping because I was like, if this car's here, we pulled it off.
Yeah, it's cool. There's only
I knew we were gonna score when I seen that car.
There's only a handful of us that really like poke around, and then pretty far, and it's funny. We've seen each other a couple different times.
Yeah.
I think every time.
I'm lightweight compared to you. Like I pull the trigger like once a year, maybe. But
I do remember
when I
that
see
time.
that truck, I just we started cheering and high-fiving and shit. Oh, snap to air Evo.
That was kind of like a little inverted too. That was cool. That was really sick.
Invert.
Just landed those little inverted kind of maneuvers you can kind of like as long as you got the nose stuck in there, you can kind of stay like rotate out of him pretty good. He had like almost like the nose stuck in and landed on his rail. It was pretty rad.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's riding round pins in small waves. Okay, here we go. Little lip slide. Straight into the next section. Blows tail. Kind of inverted, like you said. Comes out clean.
Combo.
What kind of
combo
like
plate.
do you everyone used to always ride squash tails no matter what in small waves, but I see a lot of these guys, they all have like the round thumb tail. Are you going that route too?
I used to surf actually the round tail quite a bit actually, and it actually works. It's really trippy. There's, because the round tail has a little bit of area back there, it actually loosens up the board quite a bit, and then you could still kind of knife it in the pocket there. So I think a lot of guys really like that board as kind of like an all-arounder. Like you could surf it when that's good, or have a little bit more area in the tail to kind of go fast through the little flat sections.
Is this Jack Boys? He's a local boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, round.
Jack's another big guy.
I remember you'd only go like round tail for your gun or something.
Yeah. You know what? And through like technology nowadays with like, you know, more of like that volume thing that's kind of happened over the last handful of years. You're kind of able to really sort out surfboards really, really cool. Like, you know, you can make them shorter or a little bit longer, but still have the same volume, but they'll ride a little differently. And I think it's a great concept.
Nice. What about so are you chasing the big wave stuff, or are you just chasing waves, or what?
More just chasing waves.
Waves in general, but
I
if
guess
it's 30 foot, you're down.
I guess if it's big, yeah, like really big, I'm totally down. It's something that I've always loved to do. I'm not like a, you know, big wave guy, but I guess if you rewind some photos or video,
you would go.
I wouldn't. I don't mind it. I guess it's just more or less if it's really crowded, it kind of like turns my brain off to it. It's kind of like surfing. To me, it's like surfing like a beach break with a lot of people. I'm like, oh, I'll just go surf down the way. You know, like I kind of really don't really hunt it unless it's kind of that perfect timing.
I remember not like a couple of years ago, you got some bombs at YMA on like.
Yeah, that
was a proper day.
Like, yeah, that was a real big day actually. I remember when I first paddled off the rocks or the beach there. It was mid-morning.
Crosby.
Oh man, that's what you search for here on the beaches in Southern California, where you get the ricochet, the little ricochet, the backside snap to come around the corner and smash it again, or possibly get an air section off of it. So that's kind of what you search for out here.
That's insane. How you got any? How was your contest results out here? Do you got any wins? Pro wins?
I guess
U.S. Open.
U.S. Open. I got a second with the Pro Junior. I've made multiple quarterfinal, semifinal appearances, and this isn't really a strong suit for me. I have to try really hard to surf this stuff, and even though I live here, I find it very difficult to surf. And
that's why you're gnarly, because you can surf 30-foot YMA and make the semis at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, it's always been a little tough on me out here, but I figure if you are hunting contest results, you have to put you have to really dedicate your life towards like that part of the surfing that you struggle in, and so I put a lot of time into places where I'm not great at, and try to get better. And, by watching other people surf, like, that are really good at it. I mean, Kalohe's like one, he can ride big waves. Crosby and Griffin, those guys can ride big waves, but they can also surf beach break really, really good. They do stand out probably more in like those like medium size waves, but as you get better at surfing, you start getting better at those, like just intuitive, it just happens.
Well, to be on the CT, I mean, you got to be good at everything. 1 foot Huntington to 12-foot Chopu.
Yeah, it's you kind of have to have the whole mixed bag thing. And now if you look at through the whole, WCT, I mean, everybody will charge.
Everyone charges,
and everyone knows how to surf a 1 foot wave. And it's really cool to see kind of like the game change quite a bit. You know, there's a favorite kind of everywhere.
Because back in your day, maybe some guys didn't have a strength in something or other, but other guys did.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were, you know, obviously during that time. I mean, there were still airs being thrown down, like big airs, and
oh, here goes Chloe.
Here you go, going
Float
fast.
over it. Flies over that
Boards.
section. Boom, blow tail.
There you go.
Revo.
Surfing really good. Surfing really good.
I like when he flew over that little foam climb.
That one was like, he was like, he had his board speed up really good. You could see it on his feet right there, like they were in the perfect spot the whole wave, and he was able to kind of stay loose too. A lot of times you're kind of moving around on your boards here, going a little forward and backwards, like on the board, to build board speed. But he was just already planted. He was just gonna rip that thing.
Are we gonna get a replay? Okay. Break it down for us, Timmy.
All right, this is a little mid chip insider. Had a little wedge on it. We're fortunate with a little pure bowl here action. So you got that projection up right there through that foam.
That just led him straight into this, huh?
Yeah. Oh. Barely, like just seamless right there. So that you can see.
It.
Yeah, just nothing left with the rest of the way. But
look at guys are claiming it out the back. You see that?
Heck yeah.
These guys want to win this contest. It's just bragging rights, but you know, you want to comp out with your peers.
Yeah, there could be like underground gambling around here.
Oh, yeah. They're placing bets over there. I'm calling Coli Griffin final. I guess that's the easy one to call though. But that would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That's the easy bet. That's the sure bet. My long shot, who am I thinking? Maybe they all rip.
I don't know. I mean,
Jett, Shilling.
Cole.
Oh, Cole. That's Cole. I'm going with Cole, the Persian powerhouse they call him.
Cole could have Cole and Crosby. I mean, you saw that one big snap, backside snap into the big frontside combo. Cole did some already some crazy stuff. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah. What about the paddling stuff? You've been doing paddling lately? You told me you've paddled with orcas in Alaska and crazy stuff like that.
I haven't done a lot of paddling lately, but I don't know.
What's your craziest prone paddle spot?
You know what? Like I did one that was like Newport Harbor to like Seal Beach. That was pretty far. Like, and it was pretty choppy, and then turned around and like rode the swell kind of back, and I was
all the way back.
Yeah, I was like, I was super bored one day, and I was like, let's just do it. Like it was kind of like a midsummer day, and it was kind of small, and then I was lucky enough to get like some glassy days or glassy morning, and then found the wind on the way back, so that it wasn't too terrible, but that was pretty far.
Is that just good training? Keep the bones moving type stuff?
Yeah, I think anything within like the harbor, like, you know, getting a feel for like a different board or like, you know, riding waves with like different things, like a good training. Like I surf a lot of like fishes and longboards. And
yeah, I was gonna ask, what kind of boards? Like, are you just on the standard short board, or you got all kind of fish boards?
Yeah, like, you know, California, we have to have it all. And I'm currently living in San Diego, so like a lot of really cool like longboard spots and fish spots, and kind of have my bag is kind of like an array of things, but yeah, like never really constantly riding one craft. I think it's fun to kind of like mix it up and have fun with all the other things.
Nice. There you go. Timmy Reyes likes to mix it up. What was like your big QS result? What got you on tour? Because everyone kind of had that big result, right?
You know what? I started off. Here we go. Let's see what's going on here.
This is Hayden Rodgers, I believe. San Clemente Grom.
He found the outside chip.
He wears a helmet at pipe because he almost died.
Heck, well, it's safety comes first, you know.
Would you ever consider wearing a helmet nowadays?
You know,
want to let that hair flow.
I've had experiences where I've hit my head once or twice, but nothing crazy. And I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess we should probably wear them, you know, like
the old school guys don't wear them.
Yeah, I guess I'm just a bit
Quaid Grom, lay back.
Nice lay back there.
Yeah, I guess
You got
that
Crosby.
Hayden kid like got fully knocked out. So now him and all the boys wear the helmets, all the Groms.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's smart. It's smart, you know.
So dangerous out there. Oh, Crosby grinding.
Yeah, mixing it up,
Snap.
kind of changing directions throughout the wave, just surfing really good and smooth, powerful.
Yeah, Crosby has gotten some proper pipe waves. Teddy Navarro, yeah, the boys. Teddy, say what up.
Teddy.
Teddy's been on our couch before.
Teddy's is the early morning,
Yeah.
like wake up and get the shot. I've been digging his videos. Go check it out if you got
dude,
that.
every time I pull up here and the waves are good, you're already getting barreled. And it's the sun's like barely up. And he said that's his whole theory. He goes, I want to be the guy heading out to HB in a short bit. Well, you're going to surf with about 12 pros, so good luck. Nah, they're all. What's a harder crowd? Do you think like all pro guys that really know what they're doing, or like a million beginners?
I think the beginners is a little bit more of harder to surf in and around. I think you're just kind of dodging and weaving that. I think as the surfing level gets bigger, they know kind of if they're in your way, they'll just get out of the way. And I feel like a lot of pros nowadays are a little bit more relaxed in the water too. If you're in the spot for it, no one's gonna like be burning unless we burn each other for fun. You know, like.
Oh, what were the free surfs like back in your days with Annie guys? Just be like mad dogging people and shit, burning guys.
Yeah. I think it always is like all of us as kids. It was like way harder to surf, but yeah, now it's
like what's it like off the rock at Barra before that contest? Are guys just freaking on each other's throats, or are they high fiving?
I mean, I guess it depends on the day. I mean, there were days out there, a while back that you'd surf with like only like 4 or 5 people, like before the contest and stuff. But during that contest, everyone was just high-fiving pretty much, and that's like 40 pro surfers, and I think everyone got some of the waves of their life that week. And
oh my god!
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I just had to sit on the beach and film. Nightmare. It's all right though. We stuck around like a couple weeks after.
I know you got some afternoons.
We got to go. I got to sneak out a couple, but
morning
torture.
time.
If you like to surf, don't become a video guy. It's a nightmare. Unless it's 30-foot YMN, I'm not paddling out anyways. Then I'm cool with it. But when it's perfect 6 to 8 foot freaking Mexico, you're
That's
bummed.
just the dream. And you're like, dang it.
That also, I was like, dude, I'll just be in the way of all these gnarly pros. I'm not going to go out there. These guys will be so eggy on me. Get out of the way, dude. We got a contest coming up.
Yeah, that's always a funny thing is like surfing in and around the contest when people are warming up. You almost feel like even as a pro, you're like in the way of other people. You're like, oh, sorry. Like,
well, there's those people that want to do that. They're like, all the pros are out there. I'm going to go sit next to Slater.
Yeah.
And then there's the other guys that are like, dude, I got to stay out of these guys' way. This guy's from Newport, Ronan Grom.
Running on the carve there.
Yeah.
He was super stoked.
He knows he's live.
All right.
This is Chloe.
Wrap,
snap. Oh, blew the tail a little too hard.
That would have been cool if he would like yanked it back under his feet.
Yeah. Did like the Tom Kern 10-second layback and stand back up.
Heck yeah.
What was your favorite event? Your most memorable event? One of those. Timmy. I'm out there, brother. Look at all these guys. They're all gonna come surf. Here's the guys that want to surf with all the pros.
I guess always like some of the most memorable moments happened at like Pipeline and when the waves got really special. I mean, Barra was one. I mean,
that was another semi result, right?
Yeah, I had
the brown water
quarters and semis, and that year that Kelly beat me in the last minute there.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I should have just went on the closeout, but earlier actually that day.
What happened? So you're winning the heat.
I had priority. I was winning the heat. I had him comboed. He had priority finally heat, but he was way behind. He was able to catch a pipe left that they overscored.
There we go.
Yeah. And
freaking overscored that one.
But he needed I think he needed like an 8 something after that. They got a 9.
Of course.
And then I had priority there in the last 5 minutes, and then
And
I was just being
you're
patient.
still winning the heat.
Yeah, I was just being really patient, and I was just trying to wax him more or less, not just like using tactics and stuff, but it kind of came down to tactics towards the last little bit, and the last like 30 seconds, a set came through. It looked like there was going to be like multiple waves, and it was just one. I was a bit too deep, but earlier in the day, I ate it, and actually no, I got blown out of a barrel and kicked out off the wall, and the lip landed on my head, and I ate the reef, and I got 7 staples in my head.
In the contest?
In the contest. So I was surfing the contest with staples in my head.
Gnarly.
So going back to the helmet there. But
yeah.
It came down the last 30 seconds, and I had priority. I could have went and just blocked him, and then the heat would have been over. It just didn't look like anything special, the wave, but it ended up having the grower end all the way off the wall, and he got the score. I kind of knew it afterwards, but I was a little bit terrified of smacking my head again because it hurt pretty bad.
Yeah.
And that was one of those things I had to do.
You could have just packed it for the closeout just to hold him off.
Yep. And then heat was
so
over.
dangerous. You actually got to think about life and limb out there.
Yeah.
Not just heat strategy.
Heat was over, and I actually lost a triple crown during that heat.
No.
So I got second that year for the triple crown, and if I would have made the heat, me and Wardo in the final actually would have been super cool. That, like maybe one of the first ever all California.
That
finals.
would have been so mental.
But I don't know. I watched Wardo. I was rooting for Wardo, obviously, and Kelly to see for the.
Do you kind of want the guy that beat you to win the contest?
Yeah, kind of like I feel like it was always like that. Whoever beat me during whatever, I think maybe I was always on the harder end of the draw, and I feel like a lot of the guys that beat me earlier on or later on ended up winning the contest. So it was kind of a thing you root for the guy that kind of beats you. So you're like,
if I'm gonna lose, at least let the guy wins the whole thing.
Yeah, but Pipeline was always a favorite, and I had that one event at Bar that was pretty rad. I think I had 3 10s that contest. One of them being
greatest event of all time.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Cloudbreak was phenomenal one year, and I've actually surfed with Bruce, and then Bruce and I had an amazing heat. I think we both had 9 8s and 9 somethings, and I ended up making the heat, and it was really funny going back from the boat because we went back to Tavarua, and
was he pissed?
Yeah, he was so pissed. And we were like, oh man, it was a
That's
sick
what you don't
heat.
get nowadays.
And,
the guys want to scrap back then.
And then I had Andy next to and
oh my gosh.
And then we actually had a really close heat again too. And he was like, I just remember Andy just messing with me out in the water, and he's like, "They want you to win."
No way.
Yeah.
Is that what he was saying?
I hope
after the score would come in.
Yeah,
I'd
get a good score, and he's like, "They want you to win." Yeah, I was like, "Oh, I hope so."
Yeah, I hope they did.
But it's super. There's just too many good memories for
Dude, that's so rad.
competition.
You were competing against those guys at the highest level and the gnarliest waves in the world.
You get a little jaded when you're home surfing, like something like this. But I mean, today's actually really fun looking, and we're fortunate to have sun today, and
can't complain about
it's
today.
not like cold how it has been, and
it's not 10-foot cloud break, but Timmy he's psyched on this stuff too.
Oh yeah,
Kade,
boom,
Matson, whoop.
Heck yeah, sick.
I wish they had cloud break back on the tour. That place is so sick. I went there for my first time last May.
Yeah,
it was
amazing,
so
right?
Sick. You know what I noticed,
Kade just went to town on that wave.
Almost every time I'd kick out there, I'd be scratching for my life. Doesn't the next wave always wider?
Yeah,
I was like, dude, I've never kicked out of one wave where I either am caught inside or I'm scratching for my life to not get caught inside every time.
Yeah.
Is that a normal thing
I think it's a pretty normal thing. It's one of those places I think you get caught quite often.
Everyone goes wider down the reef.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed. I was like, dude.
When it gets big, too, it's like you're like, it's almost like guaranteed some of the worst floggings of your life. And
oh, I know.
it's
I
pretty.
bet.
It's
I
pretty
didn't surf
awesome.
it that big, but big enough for me to be scared. So
Yeah, definitely.
I saw a couple guys come out claiming it, so I was like, wow, if this guy's claiming it, it must be legit out here. 'Cause I'm freaking scared right now.
Yeah,
You would have been laughing.
I'm
You would've
always
loving
stoked
it.
to like check out what other people are thinking about it or like how they're reacting on waves, and you're like, wow, it is pumping, isn't
I'm
it?
shitting my pants.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I was
pumping.
doing. That first set came in. Oh my god, I was heart in my throat. I thought I was gonna have to dive for my life, but then the thing backed off, and some guy just whips it, and you're like, oh, okay. I guess that's how you do it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Heck yeah.
I'm just the video guy, so I don't have to prove myself. Like you guys
sometimes
do.
it's just relieving. Heck yeah.
All
Well,
right. Well, we
I'm
got
gonna
Timmy.
take it
Yeah,
easy.
Thank you, Timmy, for blessing us with your presence.
Happy to be here.
One of
Stoked
the
to see
biggest
this.
dogs ever to come out at Huntington. Big wave charger. What's the thing? Timmy missions? How do we get on a trip with Timmy?
Yeah, so if you just go to my surf missions is what it's called on Instagram, give me a message, and I will be planning out some different stuff throughout the year, and could be yeah. I mean, most of the time it's been pretty sick. So
There you go. You want to score with Timmy Reyes? That's how you do it.
you. Heck yeah.
Thanks, Timmy.
See you later.
You. Okay, who am I gonna wrangle next? Who do you think? Who would you like to see? All right, we trapped you. We trapped Timmy Reyes. We got Brett Simpson.
Maybe
There's inertia, Mike.
Can we get Brett back
Hey,
here?
Mike. My last board didn't have your logo on it, and it sucked.